Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm gonna need. Just keep them coming. I need more. I can't. Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the O Show. I'm O, and I'm here for your amusement. All right, so I'm actually doing like back-to-back videos right now. Um, as I mentioned in my last video, Xfinity in Chicago. I don't know about anybody else, but I noticed there's a free Showtime weekend promotion happening, so I was trying to take advantage of it, and I came across a movie that I actually really did want to see. It is Knock at the Cabin. Knock, knock for your love. And ooh, I gotta talk about this movie, man. You know, I used to love me some M Night Shyamalan, and some of his movies lately have just. I didn't like this movie. I have issues with it. Like, I really wanted to love this movie, but no. All right, so let's talk about this. So, Knock at the Cabin is a 2023 release, which should have been my first red flag because I think the movie came out February of this year, and now we're in March, and it's already available. That's kind of quick. And usually when it's quick like that, the movie didn't do good. Okay, so the movie starts off with a little girl. She's at a cabin playing outside in front, catching grasshoppers when um, Dave Bautista's character walks up to her and pretty much kind of introduces himself, says, "Hey, what you doing? Trying to be all nice." Okay, apparently nowadays, I don't know if kids don't practice stranger danger like we did in the 80s. I mean, I learned it, but I didn't really practice it. But um, anyway, three other people end up coming up the road, and then she is like, "What's happening? There's too many people happening right now." Um, she runs into the house and tells her two dads. So we have a gay couple, and she's an adopted daughter, and they end up pretty much telling the family like, "Hey, we have been sent here to talk to your family specifically because it is up to you to now pick one person to be sacrificed in order to save humanity." So, yeah, heavy stuff. So, we see that the couple is just kind of going back and forth about like, should they, shouldn't they? Are these people for real? Are they not for real? What are we going to do? Of course, they're like, no. So, each of the four strangers who are armed with weapons have to kill themselves if the family refuses at like certain times of the day. I don't know if it's like every hour, every 2 hours. I don't think that was ever established. But every time they kill themselves, like a plague is unleashed on the world. And to try to get them to believe that this plague is happening, they turn on the news, and then, first of all, M. Night Shyamalan needs to stop putting himself in it. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to say that, because if I was making the movies, I would put myself in them anyway. But they turn to this channel, it's like this HGT, not HGTV. What's that? Selling QVC? And he's selling like this product, and then all of a sudden, like this news breaks that shit's going down. I believe the first plague that happens is a flood. Like there's this tsunami that hits. I forgot where it is. Like I needed. It was drinking and just judging happening the whole time. Okay, they're like, we got some exclusive footage from a beach, and then they show this tsunami coming in, wiping out the beach. Whoever's filming this is now underwater. Like, how do they get this footage? Like, I don't. I didn't understand that. That was dumb. You got breaking footage from the person who just died in a tsunami. No. After that, like the next plague was like this pandemic, like there was this virus going around, and they're like, "Oh my god, all these people are dying from this virus." Like, how is it happening right now? Like, how long did it take us to learn about COVID? It wasn't the same day. That was like days. Anyway, uh, stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. We get down to the last person who's Dave Bautista's character. And he's like, okay, this is your final chance. Like, I'm gonna go kill myself now because you guys suck. And once I die, like, you have time to just finally figure out, like, yes or no, you're gonna do this or you're not. And then if you don't, you're pretty much going to just aimlessly walk the earth after like all the destruction is happening. Like, which I don't understand either. So are they now like immortal? Do they He said forever, right? So I think they can't die. Like their punishment will be to walk this earth alone. Uh and just see all the destruction that they caused since they didn't sacrifice somebody. But like, do they like age still? Like, are they getting older? Like, this is like, come on now. I know it's stupid, but like, I want to know. So, spoiler. Uh, one of the husbands decides to. He said, "You know what? Like, I'll do it because you're just like negative Nancy. So I'm going to sacrifice myself. You go ahead and grow up with our daughter, and blah 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 boo." And he dies, and then at the end, humanity is saved. Um, yep, that's what happened. Like, is this event happening every year? Does it happen like every 10 years? Has this happened before? So, okay, let's back up. So now these four people, right? So, here we go. We have Dave Bautista, who plays a character named Leonard, and he is joined with a character named Sabrina, played by Nikki Amuka Bird. The next character is Redmond, who is Rupert Grant, and we have Adrian being played by Abby Quinn. So these four people were getting these visions, and they kept getting these visions, which I don't think they said how long these visions have been happening. So what if like they never, you know what? No. Orpheus, you're getting ahead of yourself. Okay, they got these visions, and they end up, I guess, going on the internet, going like, "I'm having these dreams," and then someone else was like, "Oh my god, me too," I guess. So there was like this message board thing happening, and they all got together and realized this is something real and something that they have to do. And the only person I think that they said where they came from was the Sabrina character, who's like this nurse, who says that she spent like all her money to get from California to Pennsylvania. Like, she was like, I went through all my savings to get here. I don't understand how that happened. I mean, I know Greyhound be costing a lot of money, but um, nope. Let me stop. Okay, and so that's what happened. So that's how they got to the cabin. So I don't know how they got like the address to the cabin. Did someone have a dream and then they were like, well, this is where you need to go? I don't think they ever said like where did they need to go. And then so the movie is called Knock at the Cabin. And there is a knock at the cabin, like as I said, the little girl who's played by what's her name? Oh, it's Kristen Hugh. I don't know how to say that last name, but this is her right here. And her character's name is Win. And so when she sees the four people outside and they're getting closer, and now Dave Bautista's character is all like, "Listen here, like I need to talk to your parents. It's very important." Blah 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 blah. And then she runs inside. Then they start knocking at the cabin. when she's telling her dad's like, "There's people outside. Don't answer the door. They're crazy, right?" But I feel like I would have got. It would have been kind of better where if the family's in the house, minding their own business, doing this and this, and I forget that, oh yeah, shit's gonna go down. And then there's this knock on the door. And maybe the knock could have been like a ranger or something, right? So you're like, okay, whew, nothing's happening right now. But then there's another knock at the door, and then there are the four people outside. Like, for a movie called Knock at the Door, it's like, oh, you're there. So now you're going to knock on the door. That's just me. That's just me. Oh, and speaking of Win, right? So again, she's like she's an adopted child, and there's a part of the movie where I forgot which spouse it is, but they're there at the hospital, or not? Well, they were there at the hospital. Anyway, they're at the building to get the baby, and she's like, "Where's your wife?" And he's like, "Oh no, my wife is not here." But here's her brother, I think, and then the other husband comes in, and now they're all like bonding over this baby. And I was like, okay, so they're cheating the system. Like I feel like this was, remember in The Simpsons where Selma wanted a baby and she's like, Homer, pretend to be my husband. I was totally getting like Simpson vibes from that scene. Um, all right, yeah, don't mind me. At one point, they had to tie the couple up because they were trying to escape and get away and all this stuff. And a couple of things. So there's one of the spouses. I think it was the Eric character. Like he has this knife that Wynn gave him, and he's cutting this rope. And so he's like behind his chair, and he's doing this, cutting this rope, which makes your body move. Like, see, it makes the drink move, and I'm pretty sure you can hear the of the rope. And these people are standing in front of him as he's doing it, and no one is like, "What are you doing? Like, give me that knife. Are you trying to break free?" No one's doing this. This whole like that was so weird to me. It's not like there was music playing in the background that you can't hear the rope being cut. Ooh, and then there's this one part where I think it was the Eric character. He's in the bathroom with Sabrina because he got hurt and she was bandaging him up and pleading like, please, like do this. It's for real. But when she takes him back out, he's like tied up in front of his body. But then in the next scene, or the same scene, but like the next time they show him when like she sits him down in a chair, like he's back to being bound, like behind his back. I feel like that was like an editing issue, but that's what I do. I find mistakes. Did anyone else realize that? I'm just saying it's there. Like double check for me, so that I know that I'm not crazy. When uh Rupert Grint's character, he's the first one to die, and he like unleashes like the flood plague. The second one to die was Adrian, I think. No, yeah, Adrian. And when she kills herself, okay, wait, no, hold on. Rupert's character, when he dies, they like wrap him up and take him outside, right? Dead body, take it outside. But then when the next person dies, they take her into the bedroom and they put the body in the bedroom. But why didn't they take the body outside like the other guy? Like, that's gross. Like, who's gonna change the sheets? Like, I don't understand that. Do they have to go to different places? That didn't make sense to me at all. And then it turns out that after all this, like the four people are like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Reveal. So yeah, did anyone see this movie? If you seen the movie, if I'm just like ranting and raving, like let me know in the description below. Like, what were your thoughts of this movie? Like, it could have been a good movie if they like the news. Okay, so at the end of the movie, when all humanity is saved, uh, the husband, the last standing husband, and the girl drive away, and they go to this restaurant, which is just full of people, and then they go in, and there are people who they're just sitting all quiet watching the news, and then the news is like, "Yay! All this stuff that's been happening during this day is over." But how do they know? Like the instruction says, the instructions were done. People died. Another of the plagues was they were saying that the sky will break and fall like glass or something dumb. But what that meant was like all these airplanes were going to fall out of the sky. So airplanes just falling all over the place, right? I don't know why that's a plague, but it happened. But anyway, the news is all like, "Yay, everything's over." Like, how do you know? Because it's all happening on the same day. I don't get it. I know you have to like fit everything into the movie, but did that make sense? Anyway, look, I'm so drunk right now. This movie got me drinking. So, M. Night Shyamalan, I love you. You gave me some good movies in the past, but this one right here, I mean, it's better than The Happening. The Happening. uh, oh God. Oh my God. I'm gonna get so sick right now. This is all your fault. Cheersies. Ooh, I had to delay that one. Oh, I gotta pace myself. Pace myself. Okay. I'm ready for number two. Oh my God. Ooh, you know what? There's another point that was really odd. So, uh, so this movie is based off a book. I don't know who wrote it, but the Leonard character, who's played by Dave Bautista, is a teacher, like a grade school teacher. So he's super huge. He has all these tattoos. Like, who is hiring this teacher to teach their kids? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, he's probably wearing like some long sleeve shirts, like every day to cover everything up. But can you imagine, like, going to parent teacher conference and then that man walks out the door? All right, you guys, this is the last shot. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so far. Uh, yeah, again, let me know your thoughts about Knock at the Cabin. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Can we please check M. Night Shyamalan's work before he releases these movies? I gotta learn how to. I gotta learn how to take shots. All right, you guys. Thanks for another great episode, and I will see you later. TTFN.